G'day, I'm Mark Latham and I'm running a campaign to save Australia Day. This is the big one. If the left-wing activists are able to move Australia Day away from the 26th of January, they can change anything about our country. The march through institutions will be unstoppable. Just about everything they want to change will happen. If Australia Day falls, then the left will be out of control. So this is vitally important. And we know that Australia Day is under threat. The Australian Local Government Association has said move it away from the 26th of January. Local councils in Western Australia, Tasmania and Victoria have actually done that. They're not having celebrations for Australia Day on the 26th of January next year, just 7 weeks away. It's critically important. Senior coalition figures like Jeff Kennett and Ian Macfarlane have said move the day, as well as the usual suspects, the Greens and the Labor left. And the ABC in on the act just recently. Triple J has moved its hottest 100 away from the 26th of January for no good reason. Australia Day is a wonderful day of national celebration. It doesn't need to be moved. It's no disrespect to Indigenous people to say as Australians we come together. We celebrate the achievements of the Western civilization that arrived here on the 26th of January 1788, and we celebrate all the great things that make us Australians. I'm very fortunate to say, indeed it's a tremendous honour to say, that the person fronting up the Australia Day campaign, our advertising effort to push back against the lefties, is Jacinta Price, a wonderful Indigenous woman, a leader, a councillor at Alice Springs, who's going to speak powerfully about the reasons why, as an Indigenous leader, we should be keeping Australia Day on the 26th of January. We've got in mind, obviously, a social media campaign, a TV advertising campaign, a radio campaign. I want to show you a clip here, an insight into what Jacinta Price will be saying. Her argument is that Indigenous people can't afford a culture, an attitude of perpetual mourning. They've got to get on with the job of fixing the serious problems facing their community, facing their people. We've also got in this clip some of the memes, some of the social media that we'll be using under the heading of Save Australia Day. The acronym Save Australia Day is SAD, SAD. And indeed it would be a sad day to lose it. And that's our advertising theme. Let's have a look.
Australia Day is us coming together. Australia Day isn't about divide. This is how we as a country can move forward. The banning of Australia Day only seeks to divide our country. It doesn't seek to bring us together. Changing Australia Day doesn't change the lives of Aboriginal people in remote communities. We have to come together as a nation to solve these critical issues and do it proactively. Let's recognise our history and let's look toward the future and work together without changing the day of Australia Day.
So doesn't that look good? Okay, it's the basis of a very powerful campaign. So many people say to me, the lefties have got the arguments out there, they've got Get Up, they've got the ABC, they've got Fairfax Media, they've got so many things pushing hard in the media to change Australia for the worst. Whoever speaks for us, whoever puts their voice forward against the left to say, hey, here's the argument of common sense in Australia, in this case, Save Australia Day on the 26th of January. Jacinta Price and that material, that's going to be the guts of our advertising campaign. I'm asking you to support us. There's two ways that can be achieved. Go to our website for support. Now here's the address on the screen, support.marklathamsoutsiders.com. support.marklathamsoutsiders.com. There'll be an icon there, Save Australia Day, as part of that system where you can make a donation to support the effort to fund our campaign. The second method is some people like sending through cheques, and we've got a bank account, Save Australia Day bank account at box 455 Broadway, New South Wales 2007. There's the address on the screen, box 455 Broadway, New South Wales 2007. So whether you're going online to support or you're able to provide a cheque posted in the mail, any amount of support makes a positive difference, whether it's $5, whether it's $10, whether it's $50, $100 or some larger amount, all of it will be spent on Saving Australia Day campaign. I'll give you that guarantee. Every single dollar we raise and will be spent on Saving Australia Day campaign. And we'll have an audited accountant report to that effect at the end of the campaign. So this really is the big one. We want to make sure this is not the last. Every 26th of January into the future, the left haven't got their way. They shouldn't get their way. We should keep our national day, love our country. If you can support us, it'll be greatly appreciated in every single respect. I'm Mark Latham, and I'm trying to save Australia Day.